Hello, everybody. How are you? Yeah, if you're coming on live, great. Just hashtag live, or if you're on the replay, please hashtag replay. I wanted to talk about mind and mind training, and also frequencies as well, personal frequency and the collective frequency. My name is Jody Dean, if you don't know me, and I'm a soul coach, purpose activator, channel, energy healer, spiritual guide, if you want to go there. Also an actor and a writer as well. Got one book out called Fool's Gold. You can have to check it out. It's quite fun. But like mind training has been something that I've been attracted to since I first heard the term, which was back in the time when I was in the energy of Osho, who was the kind of 20th century mystic, and I had an amazing experience in that ashram at the time down in Pune in India, and had a lot of amazing awakening experiences. And there was something called there was a discourse called Atisha's mind training, and I think there was a process as well around that. It always captured my attention. The value of training the mind. Interesting. And from that time onwards, it's just been I've been able to kind of put all of this, all these practices and tools into this kind of wider box of like mind training, and what that means, and awareness practices, and understanding that it's not just about learning techniques, but it's also about really applying it in every moment to your life, applying these tools to your life, like in the moment, embodying them, owning them, making it yours, making them yours, and applying them to your life now, to not be a slave to the mind, but actually have it be a servant of you, whoever you believe yourself to be. Personality, ego complex, identity, or something wider and more expansive, perhaps your soul, your multidimensional consciousness, source consciousness, spirit, God. And that is some of the most valuable thing or place that you can put your attention, is to be in this space of watching your mind. And so, of course, you've got the meditation practices, fine, but you've also got self-inquiry, you've got looking at the teachings of Buddha, for example, and implementing kind of the Buddhist practices, because that's pretty strict mind training in a lot of ways. The Indian tradition that I'm more familiar with, with my spiritual teacher, is more kind of Hindu based, which, yes, of course, it is directing the mind, it's a bhakti, it's devotional, but it's also karma yoga, which is action, being of service to others, service in the world, making your work and making your action in union with source, in union with God. And then jnana yoga, we struggle slightly with that Sanskrit term, is the yoga of knowledge. So that's particularly the mind training, understanding reality, zeroing in on truth through the texts, through the Vedic scriptures that were originally passed down in an oral tradition in Sanskrit, and then have been written down, like the Bhagavad Gita, for example, the Song of God, or the Upanishads, various different books, a massive, big, ancient tradition. And So that's also mind training. But, really what we're talking about here is understanding that beyond the mind, beyond this idea of like this fog of the mind, what you have behind that is beliefs. Okay. Beliefs which are, if you take the root of the word belief, it's basically being, be, and then leaf, which is life or love. So it's actually what you are, what you live, what you love, what you're in love with, what you're living with. And so that is your belief, right? So very interesting distinction there when we start to look at the word. But these are then the programs which form the perceptual filters which are your reality. And if your programs are not serving you, then your reality will not serve you. If your beliefs do not serve you, your programs that you're running are not going to be serving you. Your reality then is your perceptual filters are not going to be serving you, and it's going to be off, right? You're not aligned, you're off because your beliefs are off. They're outside of the truth, and they keep you in a fake reality, or let's say a reality which is inconsistent and incoherent with truth, with source, with you living aligned with the highest reality, with you embodying truth, embodying reality in its entirety. And so, you can say it's living a lie, whatever, blah, 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 how that manifests in your life. And of course, the perceptual filters then govern how you see, how we feel, how we think. So if you can clean them, then you can see clearly, you can feel clearly, and you can think clearly, because it's clear, it's cleaned, it's purified. Okay, so very important to understand this, because this applies to your whole reality, your whole life, your whole existence. And it's like the missing ingredient, really. It's the piece of the puzzle that makes everything work, because successful mind training leads to wholeness. It leads to unity consciousness. It leads to absolute expansion. It leads to you going home or coming home. It leads to liberation, because you understand and you take your power back. You take your attention back from the beliefs, the programs, the ancestral patterns, the trauma, the transgenerational pain that has been influencing you since you were born, and even before, in the womb, and before that, in other lives, if you believe in that. So this, how you see things, how you feel, and how you think governs how you respond to life. Okay, how you respond to life governs how you are in life. Okay, and don't believe, you don't have to believe anything I say. Check it out for yourself. These are just proposals, these are invitations, these are suggestions, these are pointers. I'm just going, hey, look, maybe you want to look over here, maybe you want to look at this. Take your attention away from the news, from the wars, from the frustration, from the panic and the manic and the plandemic, or whatever you want to call it, and all of the blah, 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 look over here, horror, we must do something, must be done, something else, to over here, hey, like, how you think, how you see things, how you feel, governed by perceptual filters, governed by your programs, governed by beliefs. So, as I was saying, how we respond to life governs how we are in life and what we do in life, right? What you do in life. That means like everything that you do. You're watching this video now. You're going to have some food later. You just had some food. You're picking your nose. You're clipping your nails. How you clip them. How you pick your nose. How you eat. How you talk to your partner. How you look out the window. How you deal with money. Deal with relationships. Treat yourself. How you relate to God. Goddess, source, how you live, right? It's everything. It's how you do everything. And as they say, and there's that wonderful saying, and I can't remember who it's a quote of, but it's how you do one thing, it's how you do everything. And I love that. It's so cool. Because it's true in many, many ways. And we have this wonderful understanding now through what they call attachment theory, which is, attachment theory is, how you, as a child, how you learned to be with your parents, like, how attached. Did you learn to become avoiding because you felt abandoned and withdrew, or was it you become anxious? And did you become needy? And right, all of that. So that also governs all of this, and that of course is down to your experiences and how you interpret them, which created your beliefs. And I was just in a conversation with a friend discussing about this the attachment, and how, for example, that when I'm now looking at my life and I see, okay, yes, I'm anxious around a lot of stuff, and that is because my attachment style is anxious with these things. And it's everything. It's not just your relationships. It's your relationships with everything, not just with your significant other, not just with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your lover, your husband, right, your fiance. It's everything. How you relate with everything, with your car, with your money, with your job, with your business, with your lover, with your house, with your food, your diet, all the choices that you make. It's all of it is there's a dynamic at play of how you are. And if you are avoidant, it's like or if you're anxious, or if you're healthy with it all. And I'm not meaning to stigmatize or shame anyone. It's not about that. It's just about awareness. It's about have a look and see how you are with things, and with reality, and with truth, and with your heart, and with your own spiritual development, and with your practices, and with your self-care and everything. So this is how you are in life, and this is how you think you do things, right? So, and this is all goes back to mind training. So mind training is important and so empowering, because you get to be free. You get to be free from the beliefs that do not serve you, and therefore those beliefs which create the way that you relate with the world, with yourself, with source, through the perceptual filters, etc. So that is the importance, and that is why monks and nuns for millennia have gone into mind training programs, in monasteries and temples and nunneries and caves and schools and ashrams and everything, have done the mind training, just learning, meditating, praying, devotion, learning, praying, meditating, staring at a wall like they do in the Zen monastery, staring at the wall, watching the mind, penetrating into reality, cleaning the mind, chanting Hari Hari Krishna, cleaning the mind, taming the mind, doing the japa, rosary, all right, praying, cleaning the mind, feels good to get it out, because I feel called to kind of to encapsulate this stuff in certain structures, and to go, look, this is actually what it is, unwrapping it for you, unpacking, unpicking, and unwrapping, and so we can get a better understanding, we get space around it, get space between us and it, these concepts and ideas, and this mind training is part of that. So, mindset is part of this mind training. And mindset, mind training, are they synonymous? Well, yes and no, because mindset is more specific to kind of philosophy, psychological, and pop psychology and coaching and that side of things, whereas mind training is so much broader, right? Of course, yes, it encompasses mindset, but it also encompasses meditation, it encompasses prayer, it encompasses devotion, it encompasses Zen, it encompasses Buddhism, it encompasses the practices of Buddhism, it encompasses Islam, it encompasses the walkabout of the native peoples that still do that, when they just, particularly in Australia, they just set the child off at 12 years old. Go on, off you go. Don't come back for 12 weeks or whatever it is. That is mind training. The Sweat Lodge is mind training. The Inyipi, the Temascal, the Vision Quest, it's all mind training. You're being in a situation that's tough, it's challenging for the mind, and you're finding your way through it and being forced to become self-reliant and rely on yourself. So super important. These are just like, it's key. All of this is just so key to understand, to integrate, and also to choose, get clear about, so you can choose, okay, what kind of mind training do I want to do? I want to do mind training. Do I actually want to do it? Okay, what kind of mind training? How seriously am I going to take this? Am I going to be, and this is another thing. How are you in the attachment theory range, let's say, or in the framework of the attachment theory, the model of attachment theory, where are you on the spectrum with mind training? Are you avoidant? Are you, I didn't need to do that, I'm just checked out, I'll just smoke a cigarette, I'll have a drink, I'll just watch Netflix, I'll just have a wank, whatever, I'll just sniff this up my nose, or I'll just laze about, right? Is that right? So that's more of the avoidant, right? The avoidant, escapist. I don't need to do any yoga, I don't need to do any prayers, I don't need to do any mindset work, I don't need to read any mindset books, I don't need any coaching, I don't need any, I'm out, I'm fine, I'm all good, it's all good, fine, nothing, just keep my head down, and or is it like, I missed my practice today, oh God, I should do more, I've lost the book, and I've lost the page on my book of the mindset book from Tony Robbins. Let's go back to it. Which is it? I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough training. I'm not doing enough push-ups. I'm not doing enough yoga, I'm not doing enough prayer, I'm not doing enough chanting, I'm not doing enough sadhana, I'm not doing enough retreats, I'm not doing enough yoga trainings, I'm not doing enough coaching courses, I'm not doing enough coaching, I'm not receiving enough coaching, right? Which could be the more needy type, right? So, and the healthy side of it could look like, right, I've done this, loved it, what did I learn from this? Right, how am I going to implement that? What's my homework? Okay, right, I've taken stock. Now, maybe I have some time for myself. Maybe I go swim in a lake. Maybe I go spend some time with my family or whatever. And then I'll do the next thing because I do love and see the benefit and the value of this thing, and I want to do more. So I will now go and do this retreat, or I will now read this book, or I will now go and meditate. I will increase my morning practice from half an hour to 90 minutes and see what happens, for example. So that would be the healthy, right? The healthy approach to mind training. I love how meta we can get with all of this. And yeah, some of you watching this might be feeling avoidant to this. It's like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm checking out of this. And some of you be like, oh, tell me more. I say, oh my God, have I missed your other videos? Oh my God, what else? What was that name you drew? Oh my God. Oh shit, yes. Oh God, I so need this right now. Needy, right? So then that's the other side of it. Or it's just healthy. Oh, I am appreciating this. This is fun and I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. Not done mind training for a while, or I'm not going to just run away from it, tune out and watch Netflix because I'm lit up with this, or I feel aligned, I feel a pulse, I feel a charge, I feel a frequency. And that brings me to the other part of this theme, which is about frequencies. So mind training helps us raise the frequency of where we are. We're vibrating at a higher rate. We are open to higher vibrations and possibilities, and therefore we're more connected. We're more connected, we're more aligned with who we really are, with source consciousness, with our soul's calling, with our heart's desires, with our soul path, with our soul purpose. So that is beautiful, that is aligned, and so it feels joy. There's a feeling of joy, there's a feeling of relief, there's a feeling of perhaps celebration or love, all these good things. We like good things, don't we? So that is that side of it, frequency, and understanding everything in terms of that frequency, what that is, okay, and allowing ourselves to open to what is more expansive and a more expansive frequency. So hi Wesley, hi Therese. I can see here. So she's just going to have a sip of this delicious, actually it's in a gin bottle, but it's not gin, it is black honey, just the honey seller, the apicultor, or the honey man, just sold it to me in an old gin bottle. Sir Robert Burnet's. So yeah, this is not, I'm not having a swig of gin. I'm not being avoidant. It's this runny honey, it's so runny. It's from these wild local bees. They have their hives in the ground. Showed me pictures. It's awesome. You just have a little swig and it's just like high vibration, high frequency. Also going to have a sip of water as well. So good. So, and also that's what I wanted to talk about as well as frequency. Okay, so we've got mind training, we've got beliefs, we've got practices, mindset. Also got the frequencies and understanding vibration. Everything is vibrational, right? If you look into the deep metaphysics, the quantum physics, the new physics, you can really see how everything is frequency and vibration, and literally everything has a tone. Everything has a rate at which it is cycling. And that's how we measure. That's how we measure. There's the language of measuring. We call it frequency. And it's how you vibrate, right? So, just taking a moment. Good. Let's tune into the frequency of calm. Nice. And so from this frequency of calm, we have more space. If we have more space, then we can breathe more, and we have more of a perspective. So how does frequency relate to everything else I wanted to talk about? Well, the truth is that I've been connected with what they call channeling for about 25 years, but I actually started doing it properly and opening to channeling information frequencies 2.5 years ago. Wow, how it flies by. There's nothing more fleeting than time, so wrote Leonardo da Vinci. Sorry, nothing more fleeting than years. That's it. Beautiful. And that is absolutely correct. It's like, wow, it's been 2.5 years since I opened. And it's been about 1.5 years since I've been really properly, officially working with this collective consciousness, which is very high frequency, which they call themselves the Syrian Council of Light. And there's a frequency and emanation, a consciousness that's emanating from the star system of Sirius. And how do I know that? It's claircognizant, it's a knowing, and that's the value of mind training with your intuition as well. Opening your intuition is that you open up to the information field. You can tune in to different frequencies and you can receive information. And hopefully that information is of value and of service to you and others. And that's why you would tune in and do this. It could also be healing, right? It could be high value information about consciousness, about perspectives on the planet, about the mind, about world events, or it could also be healing frequencies. And channeling has been an absolute game changer and a gift for me. And I encourage everyone to do it because it's so profound. And the people who I've taught channeling, they're oh my God, it's like, oh my God, like this gift. I gave them this gift. I received this gift and I passed it on, right? And like then it's like seeing them flower and flourish in their lives in beautiful, miraculous ways because they've opened the floodgates and they've tuned in and tapped in to the inner knowing. And perhaps they connect with something in particular, like the element of the sky, and they start channeling that, which has happened, or Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, Pachamama, or a certain power animal, like like the spirit of a lion. That's happened in one of my workshops, or like a mountain or a volcano, which has also happened. It's been very profound and beautiful, and tears have flowed, and. Or it might be a star family race, like what who I connect with. One of them that I connect with, who I've just mentioned. There are others, and this is available to you. This is available. You can tune in and receive these frequencies, this information, the information that you are looking for. In the famous Abraham Hicks book, I think they're first, asking it is given. Asking it is given, literally, and I think that comes from the Bible, right? Asking it is given. The answer is there. You just need to be open, right, to open up and to receive, because the answer is there. Okay? And the more you can do that, the more miracles and extraordinary magic can happen in your life. But don't take my word for it. Don't believe anything I say. Check it out for yourself. Find it out for yourself. Don't go around saying Jody said this or Jody said, find it out for yourself. Take what resonates and check it in with it for yourself. Drop in with this and know it for yourself. Find out that for yourself, because you are the only person who can know this for sure in your own life, in your own reality. It's up to you. It's down to you. Okay, so the invitation is there to open and find out. And so, you can connect in with this guidance every day, every minute of every day, if you want to. But again, the mind training is necessary to quieten the mind, to meditate, to be in the space, to let go of any limiting beliefs, to clean your reality filters, your perceptual filters, so that you can see clearly, you can feel clearly, you can hear clearly, you can think clearly. Okay, you have that clarity, and that clarity is absolute power. And infinite clarity is infinite power, because you are alive, you are the force. And so when there's clarity, then the force is absolutely directed and focused, and you become the path of least resistance for the most. So that's how you can step up in your reality, in your life, and serve at such a high level, and be the change that you want to see in the world. And so that's what I'm about. And it's about being bold, it's about being daring, and it's about not caring what others think. It's about being courageous, it's about coming from the heart, and it's about taking action as well. Being bold and taking action and daring and doing things differently, because you realize and you understand what it takes, and that you commit to that, and you commit to that expansion and that extraordinary magic, which is your birthright, in fact. And so that mind training affects absolutely who you are and how you are and how you do things in life. And so it's all about co-creating the best possible reality for yourself and for others that you can. And so part of that is what I offer with the coaching I do. So if you're interested in that, give me a shout, let me know, put a #chat in the comments. We can have a chat about this. I'm actually offering these awakening I'm offering a few gifted, that means free, Awakening Accelerator mini sessions. They're 20 minutes long, so you can book yourself in for one of them. It's my little gift to you, law of reciprocity. And it's just about actually offering myself to the universe as well, and to enable others to step in and step up, and through doing that I receive as well. So there's that. And then of course what I wanted to talk about briefly is what this wonderful Activate Your Channel group live program, which I'm running from this Thursday, the 14th of April 2022. And nothing more fleeting than years. And that is going to be a deep dive into techniques and tools for channeling, for intuition development, and for stepping into who you really are, and also being able to tune into different sources of guidance, spirit guides, to define and distinguish them, and for example, nature spirits, power animals, elementals, angels, guardians, star family races, and more beyond, fairies, whatever. So exciting. Oh my god, I can feel the energy of it right now. So I've actually been doing this for a few months now. I've been sharing this actually in person, running workshops here where I am on the Lake Atitlan in Guatemala, and then also ran a retreat as well, which is this getting really deep into channeling. It was absolutely magical and beautiful. And yes, so this is actually me taking that online and making it accessible to everyone who wants it out there. And yeah, it's going to be just under 2-hour sessions, 5 of them, and we have a practice group as well, like a dedicated Facebook group for support and community and encouragement and Q&A as well. And each of the sessions is going to be slightly different, but there's going to be, I'm going to present you the model and the information and the techniques, and then there's going to be practice, and then finally there's going to be some Q&A, space for Q&A at the end as well of each of these sessions. So I'm currently running a special price, advanced price, which ends at the end of this weekend. And so it's if you're in the UK, it's £222, and if you're in the US or international, it's like 288 USD, which is a special price, and then it jumps to more than that, significantly more than that. So it's like £333 and $399 USD. If you're interested, then shoot me a message or hashtag in the comments interested, and I'll get back to you. If you want any more information about all of this. It's super exciting, and yeah, just come, show up. When you show up, magic happens. When you show up with your open heart and your intention for growth and for up leveling and wanting to serve your clients or yourself or your community more, magic happens. And this is also what happens with the channeling as well. And I've just been blown away by the incredible wonder that's happened, and the miracles and all the up leveling that goes on. It's my intention fully to create a strong community of light workers, of heart-led entrepreneurs, of new earth leaders who are embodying all the skills and the gifts that they have to really step up and co-create the new earth. So many of this resonates, is of interest to you, then you are so damn goddamn welcome. And just reach out to me. And also my website is jodydeane.co, JODYDEANE.co. So get at me. Look forward to connecting more. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a wonderful day, and see you soon.